This past July, I had the torturous experience of attending the depositions in my lawsuit against the Department of Homeland Security. And when I say that it was torture, I'm not exaggerating. I had to sit and listen to many, many people throughout DHS who did really terrible things to me, unbeknownst to me at the time. I had to read emails that they wrote to each other about me in DHS. I had to hear their justifications for targeting a pastor, for putting yellow crosshairs across my face. I had to look them in the eyes and witness for myself the evil that they had done. And as I listened, I will confess to you, something welled up within me. And for the first time ever, I experienced a feeling of pure hatred. I've never felt that before. You see, I work with people throughout DHS who do evil things all the time, and I've always found a way to feel compassion for them. I see and believe in their humanity. I trust that given the right mixture of love and believing in their ability to change, that they can find a new way and stop their evil deeds. And when I say evil, I am not using this term lightly. But deportation is evil. Targeting people like me to chill my free speech, my free exercise of religion, to try to stop me from doing the work God requires of my ministry, that is evil too. Immigration detention is evil. And there's just no getting around that. And what happened then is that I sat in these depositions listening to evil justify itself. And I hated them. This, I will admit, led me into a theological crisis. I worried that I couldn't be a pastor anymore if I felt that kind of hatred for another human being. I didn't want to be a hypocrite telling you all to love your neighbor, love your enemy, because I now hate my enemy, which I still do, by the way. Let me tell you about what God did for me. And this is true testimony. I walked out of one of those depositions and met with a friend, my dear friend, Kay Monet Rice, who is a chaplain at Wake Forest University. And as we sat down to a meal of crab legs and unsweetened tea, she got me all together. She reminded me that Jesus opposed a number of people. He just did. And she reminded me that Jesus named our enemies, meaning it's okay to have an enemy. Love them, but oppose them. Fight against their evil. And she reminded me of this particular passage from Romans in which the apostle says, hate what is evil. Hate what is evil. And I had to sit with this because Monet was helping me to understand that this hatred that had welled up within me, this hatred that fueled a particular response, this is necessary, she said, for this level of battle you are engaged in. It is spiritual warfare. And she said that I needed that hatred in order to get to the next phase of my resistance of their evil. Hate what is evil. How? Pay close attention to Romans 12. According to my beloved, my late beloved homiletics professor, David Bartlett, Paul gives us a total of 23 imperatives here in Romans 12. 23 things we must do as followers of Jesus. Hate what is evil. Hold fast to what is good, but don't seek revenge. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. That's from Deuteronomy, and it's also here in this passage. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Genuine love of an enemy requires that we actually trust in God. And we have to trust that God opposes the evil right along with us. And that vengeance, God's sole purview, will be exacted by the God who was promised to do so on Judgment Day. But until then, we hate what is evil, and we need that hatred so that we can fight it effectively. But we don't seek revenge. And I will suggest to you that this new hatred I developed for my enemies is actually God acting within me to protect me from them. You see, I kept hearing them describe their evil towards me, and it hurt. And it was so painful. But when I experienced this sensation, this anger, God actually freed me from the pain. And God showed me that it's possible to love and to hate at the same time. I love the person because Jesus says I have to, but I hate what they do because Paul taught me to. And I need to hate their evil in order to overcome it. Real love is complicated. But this is what it looks like. We listen to Paul and we live out a genuine love, not one that confuses emotion and sentimentality with love, because no, that's something else. But real love is action. It holds fast to what is good. It hates evil and it resists evil furiously, zealously, and effectively. That is love. Real love challenges me and all of us to know and to fight my enemy, but to love them too. As this, just like the apostle said, heaps coals upon their heads. So let the coals burn, y'all. And with this real love, set your hearts free. Amen.